Hello everyone, and welcome to a new tutorial where I'll be teaching you the best Java and BED commands. Without further ado, I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long, so let's get started. The first command is the /fill. With this command you can create voids like this one, the same one that you're seeing right here. And alright, how do you use this command? It's simple. You enter /fill, and then the coordinates where you are, minus 300, 131, 389, 8, minus 300, 131, 389, then you can, for instance, put /fill here using the exact same command and continue typing the coordinates where you're currently at. As you can see from x, y, z, which would be this x, y, z, 2, x, y, z. And now it asks us which type of block we want to place. Imagine you want to put an activator rail from here to here. Here you go, a ton of completely unnecessary rails. That's right, we want to put air, which is really how this add-on works. Well, let's fill it up with some wood first. Perfect, we already have it, a giant wooden cube for your viewing. And now we're going to change the command to air. You see it fills up with air. That's how this command works. Second command, /summon. With this command we can spawn any type of mob or entity. Here we see all the entities, and for example, I'm going to spawn a wither because I feel like it. Here you have it. Or do you want something else? Alright, an ender dragon. Here you have it, an ender dragon and a wither. You can also spawn a cow, a little cow. Here we have it. Very simple and very easy to use. With the next command, we can solve the mess we just made. As you can see, there we have the dragon flying around, and the wither, well, it should be around. Here we have it, so how do we kill it? Put /kill. And here it sets us at all players, at all entities. P, nearest player, R, random player. X, U. Or you can put your name directly. So I'm going to use at E to kill all the entities. And we kill the wither, as we see. The wither, not only the wither, but the little sheep that was around here. The chicken that was there. And it's not just that we killed the wither, but you see that there are a lot of drops right now on the ground. If we kill all the entities, they disappear. You should know that the kill bar at E, if you're in survival mode, it's going to kill you too. Because you're an entity too. So be careful with this command. Suppose you don't want to lose your inventory. Well, that's very simple. Just put in the command bar game rule, keep inventory true. And in this way, every time you die with the kill bar, for example, here we are, kill bar at S. Let's see how I'm still keeping the blocks even though I died. My valuable wooden blocks. Another command that can be very useful is to set it to daytime. With time set night, we can set it to nighttime. If we type time set day, we can set it to daytime. If we want to stop the day and night cycle, we simply type game rule do daylight cycle false. As you can see, the sun is no longer moving. However, if I set it to true, you'll see that the sun will start moving. It looks pretty clear that it's moving across my crosshairs. If I set it back to false, it stays totally static. Same with the weather command game rule weather cycle. What it does is alter the cycle in terms of the weather. If we set it to false, it means we're now without any weather. We'll always be without any weather. And if we set it to true, it means that we do want the weather to change. Like to rain, to storm, you know. And how do we switch to that? Well, we basically put weather bar, and here we have clear, which would be totally calm. Query, which would be a little altered, a little bit of fog. Rain, which would be when it really rains. And finally thunder, which would be a storm. Since thunder makes many more mobs appear. And all that stuff like lightning strikes and such. Well, being in a forest, as you just saw, isn't the best idea. So if you permit, we're going to put weather clear bar. And so any kind of weather is going to end. How it's working. Another thing that you can also do is summon lightning bolt bar. Okay, just out of curiosity. Well, as you see, the lightning burns, so I recommend not doing it too much. We're going to switch to creative mode with the game mode C bar to avoid dying. Another command that might be useful is the effects bar. At S or at E, or we have already learned before to use the at. And these are basically the different effects of the game. For example, I want to use jump boost. Here it tells us the number of seconds we want it. I want it 10 seconds. And the amplifier. The amplifier has a maximum of level 255. I'm going to set it to level 30. Because you're going to see that at level 30 I can do something like this. And I've only jumped... I mean, listen to this. A little jump. And we are going to waste time, literally. So, nothing. This with any kind of effect. With speed, you see, speed 10 seconds, level 30. And guess what happens if you put the W on? Well, that's how I waste time. That's what happens? Wait. Okay, here we are. I'm a tad bit fast. If I have applied one of these effects for too long, for example, speed 1666 hours, then you should know that you can remove it. And you basically do that with the milk. For those who don't know, drinking milk negates the effects. Wham. You drink the milk and remove the effects just as you are seeing. Or type in effect bar at S-clear. This means cleanliness and you remove all effects on yourself. Then, on the other hand, another useful command is for those who are a bit mischievous, the //S barrier. With this command, you will get the barrier block. I recommend that you give yourself a lot in amount. You put 100, for example, and you're going to have 100 barriers, which essentially are completely invisible blocks that you can store items and such. For instance, if I put a birch trunk here now, perfect. And I cover everything with barriers. I go on the /bar. And in the same survival mode, you're going to see that I can't access it. I can't break it, I can't do anything. But be careful how you place them, because in survival, you won't be able to interact with them either, so be very careful. And yes, in the same way that we can cheat ourselves into barrier blocks, we can also cheat ourselves into diamonds. In this case, diamond blocks. So use it only if you need it. In amount here quantity, because we can choose how many we want. 1,000 diamond blocks, well, we already have them. Look in my inventory. We want 10,000, look in my inventory. And with the clear / command, we can clean up our inventory. Of course, use the @S to clean only your own, because if you use the @A, you are going to clean yours and all your companions. And I suppose that's going to bother them a lot, so watch out for that. Another command that I'm going to teach you is when we are in survival, one thing that is very tedious for us is to get experience. So use the XP / and put in an amount to add experience levels. As we are seeing level 83, if I increase this, level 1510, level 2127, and so on and so forth. In fact, I've crashed Minecraft because I've put on too much experience. Okay, it still works. I'm surprised the recording didn't crash. Well, yes, don't overdo it or you'll freak out. Another command to find your world seed is the /seed bar, which from what I'm seeing in Minecraft Bedrock doesn't work. So in Minecraft Bedrock, just go to settings and you'll find the seed here. And then, on the other hand, if we want to enchant our bib with protection, for example, we just put enchant bar at us with protection. Right now, we have it with protection 1, and if we want a higher level, it puts level here. Okay, once we've placed the enchantment, it tells us the level. As the maximum level is 5, we're going to select level 4 as the maximum level. Well, we're going to select level 4, and we'd have protection 4 on our chest. And that's it, that's all for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. I think it's very comprehensive for those of you who are new players. I've tried to teach those commands that I learned when I started out, and with all those buts that always annoy us, so you don't have to deal with them. By buts, I mean that I once used the clear command, which cleans your inventory. You see, I lost my chest plate because I accidentally cleaned the inventory of all the players on the server. So I laugh now, but it wasn't funny at the time. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Goodbye. I'll leave you with more videos over here if you're interested.